in trances, going off to different places, different planets. Watch your aura pass me by.
Hi guys, it's Emily from Aussie Frugal here, back with another cup of tea and a chat video. If you're new here, my name's Emily. I post about frugal living, saving money. I post recipes, family content, and yeah, welcome. Don't forget to hit that little subscribe button and click the little notification bell to be notified when I post new videos, which is every other day, and drop a like and drop a comment if you like this kind of content or you want to see more. So yeah. So doing a cup of tea and a chat video. I try and do these monthly. It doesn't always happen. Getting a quiet 20 minutes in my house with 3 kids is hard, especially when they're sick. But if I'm looking down, I have a little list of dot points with exact numbers for you guys, because I know there's a lot of money nerds out there like me who like to know the exact numbers. So I have them for you. All right, so first off, we are in a bit of a rough patch at the moment. If you're new here, we're in a very rough patch at the moment. We usually have savings and sinking funds and all of this good stuff happening, but cost of living, a bunch of emergencies have wiped out our emergency fund, inflation, and ongoing court costs. We are in family court. I cannot tell you a lot about that because obviously it is an open court case, and yeah, but you'll see that in things going forward. This is really hard to talk about, but I think it's really important to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly on this journey, and not just the highlights, because I think a lot of people out there are struggling, and a lot of people out there who don't usually struggle are struggling, and you can feel like a failure. It's very emotional. It's hard to talk about. It's hard for me to sit down and talk about. I have to amp myself up to get through this for you guys. So yeah. Also, my kids are home. They are sick, so you will hear them in the background. I'm sorry if that bothers you, but this is life, especially with 3 kids. So yeah, I want to say thank you for all your support in the last month since I did my May cup of tea and chat video and kind of told you guys what was happening and what was going on. I really, really appreciate it. I saw the comments. They were super encouraging. And on really rough days, it was really helpful to see them and read them and know that there are other people like me struggling, but also that I was helping people by talking about it and posting content that hopefully they can use to help them and their family. So I just wanted to say thank you very, very much. I do very much appreciate that. We will be talking about our new grocery plan going forward. So just a quick little synopsis. The plan for quarter 3 is to do $300 a month for groceries for the next 3 months. That is to cover 5 people, 2 adults, a 9-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a almost 2-year-old, and I am a celiac, so there will be multiple meals in there. There are certain things we can't have, can't eat, textural issues, all of that. So there'll be a lot of food in there, and we will be taking advantage of programs in our area to help with that. I'll talk more about that later in the video, so stay tuned for that. Also, I wanted to talk about first some of the, because I've gotten a lot of comments. Also, if you want to see more from me, I'm also on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. There's a blog. I'm a Wee Money app. I'm about. This is what I do. So yeah, I am about. So if you want to see more from me, I post budgets and things like that all over the place. So yeah. But I've had a few comments and people are asking, so I wanted to talk about some of the big outstanding bills we have at the moment. This isn't including like standard debt repayments. Like we have a car that's on a loan at the moment because of a big thing last year. But there's that. But we have, for example, a power bill at the moment that is $782. That is 3 months of power for our family. We are in a pretty expensive place for power. It's the cheapest I can get it. I turn the lights off, all of that. I also think that my house just isn't wired very well, just because that's kind of in the standard price for us since we've been here. And then also in saying that, my bill didn't go up a huge amount from the last house. So I do think it's just, it is what it is. And majority of our cost is daily supply charges. So there's that. But we have a $782 power bill. I'll be paying that today. Today is June the 1st. It is also payday, thankfully. And it's going to work out to be a 3-pay month for me this month because of just where the things fall. So hopefully, I'm hoping that obviously I still have to pay all my standard bills and that money has to take me through into next month. But I'm hoping that I might be able to scrape a few extra dollars here and there to get not ahead, but to start catching up more. So I'll be paying that this morning. We have a $129 water bill. I'm going to talk to the real estate and see if I can either make partial payments on that or put that off for a month or so and then get on that. We have swimming. Swimming has been cancelled. We have cancelled all extracurriculars. Swimming is part of my son's OT as he's disabled, and I think it's really important in Queensland for kids to do swimming. We've cancelled that, but you have to give a month's notice, so there's a month's worth of swimming plus a little bit. They've taken the bond that we paid, applied that, so we have $230 left. I'm paying $20 a week until that's paid off. Lawyer bill, we have a $2,600 outstanding lawyer bill. I meant to stay $2,000 ahead, like as a in bond at all times with the lawyer. Some things have happened that I can't talk about, but some urgent things where he's let me go into debt. So I need to be cash flowing the bills as they're coming in and slowly chipping away at that debt and building up a $2,000 buffer again, which is going to be incredibly hard and is also one of the reasons that we're going to a $300 grocery budget to help with that. Obviously I can't talk about that, but yeah, we're in deep with that. So yeah. Next, grocery budget. Let's get on to the grocery budget. We just mentioned it. I need to reduce bills and expenses as much as humanly possible, increase income as much as humanly possible, all the standard things. We have cancelled Netflix. We have cancelled all subscriptions except for my business subscriptions that I need to make money. And even then I paid back the ones I can. We've also did $312 and change in groceries last month, doing a bit of a pantry challenge. Also, we just didn't have the money to buy a lot of groceries. So going forward, the plan is $300 a month. We will be using what we have. We don't have a ton of stuff. The freezers are not there, but they are. I'm trying to be a really good steward of everything we have. So rather than, for example, taking a packet of pasta, adding sauce and meat, and that's one meal. What I've been trying to do is things like doing a minestrone soup where I could use maybe a third to a half a packet of pasta to bulk out the soup and using a small amount of tomato paste or sauce to make that soup rather than that one meal that uses more ingredients to fill bellies. So I'm trying to be a really good steward and not just use everything up because this is a long-term situation for us. This is at least to the end of the year and probably well into next year. So yeah, I'm trying to be a really good steward and be careful about how we're using what we have. So yeah, $300 a month, 5 people, 1 celiac, 2 adults, 3 kids. The plan is there is a church really close to us. I think it's about 7 or 8 minutes drive. Once a month, they do a little community parcel. You don't know what you're going to get, but it's usually got some free bread, hopefully sometimes some fruit, some like Weet-Bix and a few bits and pieces, depending on how many people come and their donations, all of that. I will pop a little video link to the one we got last month there. That's $0. It's not a great amount of food, but everything helps. And I can pace that out over the month or over the next couple of months. We are going to go and get another A4 community hamper. Again, I'll pop a little thing to the grocery haul from the one last month. I think we only got it 2 weeks ago. Huge amount of food, huge amount of stuff, a huge amount of produce. We still have, I think, probably 12 to 15 kilos of sweet potato. And I will be doing things like preserving that and trying to make things stretch. That I got about 20 kilos of sweet potato. I'm going to be pacing that out over meals over the next couple of months going forward. Things like that. But it's $40 a month. I'm going to go once a month because it is about 25 minutes away. So that's like an hour's drive. I know that's like a quarter tank of fuel almost. So I'm also trying to be a good shepherd with fuel and transport and all of that. So I only once a month. So it's $40 spent of our $300 budget. Fresh fruit and veg. My plan is $120 for the month. That is $30 a week for fresh fruit and veggies. Anything I go over on any of these categories, if at some point, you know, I decide that things have gone awry and I want to go back to A4 hamper and get another one, I'll pull that from a different category. So yeah, if we go over on fruit and veg, I'll pull from a category. If we stay under on fruit and veg, which I'm hoping we will, touch wood, I'll redistribute that money away into things. I would love to come in way under budget and be able to put that money somewhere else, but I am trying not to do that because, again, long-term situation. So if I'm coming in a little bit under a couple of dollars, I want to use that money to get a few extra cans of like diced tomatoes or those staple ingredients that I can put aside. I'm also not going to buy things like the pasta and bread and all of that at the shops because that will come in most food hampers and things like that. And if we're taking advantage of those things, then I want to use my money somewhere else to make it better, to make it more variety for my kids and my family. Also, it's really important to me. My kids don't really know what's going on or how bad things are. So this is what we're about. I also make a lot of stuff from scratch. So you'll see that in upcoming videos. Meat in general, so that'll be like pantry items if we need to, like and like milk, eggs, like the basics that we might not get in a hamper, we can go into Woolworths or Coles and get. Meat in general, we're going to do $60, so we're at $100. No, we're at $220 of our grocery budget already. And then we're going to do a buffer. I'm going to have a buffer of $40. Again, for if we run out of milk in the middle of the week, if we run out of eggs, especially with the egg shortages. And because I'm baking a ton of stuff from scratch and making a lot of stuff from scratch, I need eggs and basics like flour, and gluten-free flour is super expensive and all of that. And then I'm also set aside $40 for HelloFresh. Stay with me. This is optional. If I don't use it, that $40 will go into my buffer, or I might actually put it directly into my meat so I can get more meat. We are running low on meat. And we do eat meat, and meat will also include tofu and TVP and meat substitutes when I'm doing a budget like this. But I set aside $40 for HelloFresh. That is 3 lots of shipping for HelloFresh for me. I do get free boxes. Well, not free boxes. I have credit for HelloFresh. I can use that credit to pay for boxes, but I have to pay for the shipping, which is $9.99 a week or a box. So if we have a ton of hospital appointments, a ton of specialist appointments, stuff like that where I won't be home, I can order a HelloFresh box and hubby can make those things. I'm also planning on I've got some containers and stuff around, but setting up my own little meal plan boxes, making a card of what to do for hubby with all the ingredients in it, and then just like a notation of grab out a packet of mints or whatever it is, so that he can follow those instructions and make dinner on those nights that I might be at a PNC meeting, or we might be at the children's hospital until 8 o'clock at night, or whenever it is. I do have to plan for things like that. We do have a disabled child, we do have some complex medical needs in the family, and I have to be very flexible about food and all of those structured things. So yeah. But no, if we don't use that $40 for HelloFresh, we'll use that $40 in somewhere else in the budget. So yeah. I also wanted to say thank you to some of the lovely ladies here on YouTube. A couple of lovely ladies sent me some super thanks, which like I kind of knew was a thing, but I've never had one before, and was very exciting, and I very much appreciate it. Some other lovely ladies also bought me a tea. I have something called Buy Me a Coffee. I've renamed it to Buy Me a Tea because I don't drink coffee. And it's like no obligation Patreon, and some lovely ladies sent me a couple of teas on there. I wanted to say thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. And honestly, we wouldn't have made it through May without it. We had a really crap month, obviously. Hubby's hours are pretty low at the moment because they were meant to start a big job, so they haven't booked any jobs in, but it's been delayed by council or something, some bureaucratic thing. So once that finally goes through, we'll be getting normal hours and overtime, which we desperately need. But for right now, we are receiving less income than ever, and our bills are more expensive than ever, which is, yeah, I think a lot of people are having the same issue, maybe not the same income issue, but definitely the bill issue. So yeah, that is the plan for June, July, August. That is where we are right now, a sort of a little snapshot of our budget / financial situation. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, click the little notification bell to be notified when I post new videos. Drop a comment below and let me know what you're struggling with, like are you struggling at the grocery store? Are you struggling with power bills? Have you seen that our power bills are going to increase by 25% as of July 1st, as the regulator has changed the price guide for South Australia, New South Wales, and Queensland off the top of my head? So there's that. Not really any way I can prepare for that right now, but that is life. So yeah, don't forget, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.
We're in trances, going off to different places, different planets. Watch your aura pass me by.